Windows store from where consumers can easily go ahead and download their apps. And again, there are a bunch of India apps that I mentioned. So let's take a look. So we've got Yahoo Cricket, we've got Times of India, we've got NDTV. So let's launch into, let's say, the Times of India app. Again, you will notice edge to edge, right? Windows is at the corner, application is front and center. So while the app loads, I can show you how the application is also integrated within the settings menu again. So we have terms of use, we have the ability to rate, review, and so on. And because the application is taking a lot of time, I can show you how to post the app. Just drag it and drop it. The app goes off the screen. That is part of the terms. Here's another one. And this is kind of interesting because SeaBazaar, they're an Indian company, they're based in Chennai. The backend is running on Azure. They sell South Indian clothing to Indians worldwide. And turns out that they have never written Windows applications. They've only written web applications for a living. So yes, they have people who use HTML5, JavaScript, and CSS, but they don't know anybody who's got, or they don't have anybody on the team who's got C# skills or C++ skills. So guess what? They built this entire application using HTML5 and JavaScript. In fact, when you go back and look at these applications here, out of these 11 odd applications that are there from Indian customers in the consumer preview beta, 7 of them have been built with HTML5 and JavaScript. These are people who've never written Windows applications. All they've written are web applications. And that's the part that Windows and the Windows runtime called WinRT allows you to do. You can write apps in HTML5 JavaScript, you can write them in C# or Visual Basic.NET, or you can write them in C++. So the ability to use your existing skills and write applications that are productive from day one and put them into the store. That's what Windows enables.
So in fact, one of the interesting things here is that when Windows 8 customer preview was made available, we had 7 apps made from Indian partners, and in fact, the Times of India, NDTV, all this were released at the same time when Windows 8 preview was customized. So I'm going to just fire up a new project. And I'm going to pick up a grid application. Yeah, the name's fine. I'm going to just run it without writing a single line of code, right? So I just fired up the template. So basically, when you download Windows Visual Studio 11, you get a bunch of templates along with it for actually to go ahead and start building these Metro-style applications. So without a single line of code, I just said file new project grid application. I'm just going to run this particular application. It's touch enabled. We can actually go up. We can navigate back and forth. All that framework is actually already code in place. So you never have to bother in terms of need I move this pixel 2 pixels up or 2 pixels down, have I aligned it well, where do I need to capture the touch events or anything of that sort. All that is already actually built in for you. So with just connecting to my data service that is running in the back end, because the schema that is spewing out from my service and the schema defined in my app is exactly the same, the code will link up happen really quick and you have a full-fledged application running at this point. Alright, so that's how easy it is actually go ahead and build your Windows 8 apps. In addition to connecting to services, you also have access to your hardware as well, right?
Absolutely. So one of the things that web developers have always worried about or bothered about is how to access local hardware. So if you're a web app developer, how do you ever access the webcam or the microphone? Traditionally, that would mean relying on a plugin like Adobe Flash or Silverlight. So let's show you how do you do that using Visual Studio and the Windows runtime. So I'm going to go back into an application here that we wrote 5 lines of code. So this is HTML, right? No prizes for guessing. You can see this as a backup resume. So very simple, standard space HTML and just a bit of markup. We've got a button. And on click of the button, we have a function called init that we invoke, and then we have a blank ing tag which has no source set to it. And if you go back over to code, on the init function, we do a simple thing. We do a windows.media.camera capture which opens the webcam. We set that to photo mode, and as soon as we click a picture, we capture that, and we have implemented a particular HTML5 pattern called promises. And as soon as the file is captured, we just convert that to a URL and dump that into the ing tag. So let's run this app. So that's the app. Obviously no gorgeous UI.
The UX is awesome, man.
The UX is obviously beautiful, and I'm going to make it even prettier. So I click the function and the webcam opens up. I'm going to take a picture.
That's his best mugshot.
That's a beautiful picture, and I accept the picture.